everybody, Max Scoville here. With me, once again, is Mr. Brian Altano.
Hello, Max. Thanks again for having me over to your cool house.
Not my home. I don't live here.
Weird house that
Not a house. We come here and we talk about Resident Evil Revelations 2, a fun game you could be playing. We've made several episodes about this in which Brian thinks that I live here. We're in a studio. I don't live here. Today, we're going to be talking about monsters. Brian, can you help me talk about monsters?
Absolutely. I've been one most of my life.
Good to know. Excellent. Before we get started, I should probably note that spoilers.
We are heading through Spoiler Town with a population spoil.
Don't know what these gestures are, but that's for
Major
spoilers.
spoil warning.
Yeah, just spoilers.
Spoiling through the roof. Spoilers. Okay, so pretty much everyone on the island has either been infected with the T-Phobos virus, which turns you into a monster when you get afraid, or a strain of the Ouroboros virus, which we saw in Resident Evil 5.
Roll the clip.
I roll the clip.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Do you want to just...
I'd love to. I brought a clip. You
Okay.
didn't bring the clip.
Well, would you please show the nice people at home your clip,
Would
Brian?
you please not steal my clip? Roll the clip!
What do you know about Ouroboros?
Mostly just rumors. Something about visions of a doomsday project.
Doomsday sounds about right, and apparently it is no rumor.
You're kidding, right?
The Ouroboros, of course, is the name of the ancient Greek symbol of the snake eating its own tail, which is symbolic of recurrence.
You're a weird, sick man that you know that.
Also looks hella gnarly on your skateboard deck.
Rock and roll. So, the enemies that you're fighting normally are the Afflicted, or Ironheads. Afflicted are your run-of-the-mill guys with no hopes or dreams anymore. Kind of like me. Ironheads, on the other hand, are way stronger. You can shoot the legs until they hunch over for one of your melee moves, and if you're in Claire's campaign, have Moira shine the light on them until they're stunned. Follow that up with a kick, and then follow that with a ground attack.
Ah, yes, flashlights. America's...
No. So the Revenant and Splasher are a little different. Revenants have weak points that Natalia can see with her superpower. You need to scan for it first as Natalia and then have Barry shoot it, or Barry can one-hit kill it from behind.
Damn. We're going to skip over a couple spoiler-heavy bosses because bosses are fun when you see them for the first time yourself, so we won't ruin that for you, but we will talk about the Sploders.
Ugh! Sploders are disgusting. They keep expanding after you shoot them, and then they cause a ton of damage after they pop. It's gross. They get their stuff all over everything. So I like to spray them with an SMG from far away, but you know, do whatever feels right for you, baby.
Of course, Resident Evil wouldn't be Resident Evil without some big old gross bugs.
That's right. Big old gross bugs are very important. Glasps are these flying ticks that mess with your mind. They're actually completely invisible, so you need to switch to Natalia to get a general sense of where they are at first. It's so gross! There are invisible ticks that get in your brain in this game. Seriously, it's disgusting.
It's really awful. Let's talk about something less gross. Vulcan blubber.
Ah, my college girlfriend. Just kidding. He lights his little jug cannon thing and shoots fire at you. The best way to take him out is to first use cover, keep your distance, and then use a magnum or shotgun for his face.
That takes us to the big bad guy for Resident Evil Revelations 2. So if you are avoiding spoilers, this is the part where really just tape your eyes shut or
No!
something. Okay, sorry.
Don't put tape on your eyeballs, that's gross. That's how you get eye disease.
Go play the game maybe, you know?
Okay, listen, so the big bad baddie in this game is known as the Overseer. As you play through the campaign, there's like a few security camera shots that come up from the Overseer's point of view as she talks to Claire and Moira through their fear bracelets.
It's a shame about your friend, but you're tougher than he is. You're not gonna snap, are you?
So the Overseer acts as like a sort of puppet master, guiding the characters through the island, you know, like when she opens Claire's prison cell in the beginning of the first episode of the game.
Why did it open? I didn't do anything.
Well, there's your crash course in monsters. Thank you very much, Mr. Altano.
Thank you very much, Mr. Altano.
That's not my name, but good effort, I guess. Okay, the fourth and final episode of Resident Evil Revelations 2 comes out this week, but stay tuned to IGN for our next episode of Full Disclosure, where we sit with Capcom and they answer all of our questions about the game. And if you'd like to check out the rest of our series we did about this fine game, it's right here. You can check it out on IGN.com, along with every other game in the Resident Evil series, because this is a big video game website, and there are a lot of Resident Evil games. That's about all. Thank you very much, and have a good night.
Thanks for having me over here, Max. It's a really nice space.
It's
Have you ever
not-
thought
it's-
about throwing a party, like a housewarming thing?
Studio.
But you could
It's a
you
studio
fit
space.
at least 8 or 9 people.
We
over
just
here.
seriously just make videos here.
Wait, where do you get mail? Does the mail come in from behind the TV? Do these turn off at night?
Ah, yes. Flashlights. Nature's silent killer.
Hand beams of the dark.
America's gun.
flashlights. America's